A day like this one is just another day to be celebrated. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest chill show is here. Okay, you want to find out the biggest chill out with the dopest youth around? Sit and relax. Oh, I know you would love to see your school event up on camera. Sit and relax. Oh, how about the pointless times to bring a smile on your face? Call me your girl Eza. Buli wiki, buli mwezi, ngenda baonga nkuweleza program Young and Broke wano ku TMC Sabula kati. Tukuba. Kubuzaako yonna gy'osinzidde okubeera nga olaba Sabula TV wabulanga this is the second show. Wow, nkwebaza okubeera nga you're interacting with us somewhere somehow. Awamu n'abantu b'embeera ndeese nkwebaliza ddala okubeera nga mutuwadde obudde. Olunaku olwaleero nate tuli wano ku Tavern Roots. In case you have any event or jabuzi waneno n'obagamba, you know what guys, njagala munyambe, I have a birthday party or anything like that. Like bategeka ebivulu, different concerts n'ebintu ebyenjawulo, balina bar, restaurant, sauna, massage parlor, everything. Choyinza okulowoozaako ekiri mu kafo akali fancy nga kano, mutegeka ka bridal shower, ebyo byonna babikolako. Beera nga mujja mufune the best thing ever kye mujja okusanga waneeno. My name is Eza, program Young and Broke, fetuddako olunaku olwaleero nga nina baguest waneeno nga twagala okubeera nga tuwayawayamu nabo batunnyonnyole ku mbeera ezimu abavubuka ze bayitamu oba ebintu ebyenjawulo ebigenda mu maaso mu bulamu bw'abavubuka eyo gye basomera, could be like universities or secondary schools. Well, we want to interact with them, to dig deep, tumanye kiki, what are these things abavubuka bye bayitamu. Olunaku olwaleero tuzze nga tulina omulamwa nga what we are facing kye tutunuulidde olunaku olwaleero twagala kumanya what are those things omuvubuka yenna akyasoma bye yandibeesinzeeko n'agamba maybe I should bother to know these things kubanga bijja kunyamba maaso eyo gye bujja okubeera nga nchoosing course in a university oba bano abakyali mu secondary awo osuula bino ogenda kukolabiriwa kiki ky'olina okumanya ekiyinza okuyambako okubeera nga omanya ebintu ebyo by'ogenda okubeera nga ochoosinga, could be the subjects or the courses. Well, I want them to introduce themselves waneeno olunaku olwaleero bendi nabo nga ngenda tandika n'omwami. Oh, sebo tusanze okulaba. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
My name is George Kagumba, and I've been a student at Hamburg University, offering Bachelor's of Vocational Studies with Technological Studies in Education. Kati nakamara exams and December, and I'm awaiting graduation.
Well, that is the gent I'm having here. Katufune echiva eri omukazi tweyanjulire aberenga naye atugamba what she really does. Now uliddeko she has a business, so be very keen. Owulire she can help you somewhere somehow. Yatandika atya, wano wali atusewa atya, biki byafunye, twagala tuberenga atuspicingira up atuwe kye twetaaga. Well, twagala atunyonyole kwebyo ebintu. Sense okulaba nyabo kusho.
I'm Tushawe Augusta. I've also been a student at Masomero University, offering bachelor's in information sciences. And I've actually finished waiting for graduation, so that is next month. Luckily now, I'm working, and I started working when I was still a student.
Wow.
Though it has been so challenging, but by God's grace, I'm still moving.
We are having a true definition of a hustler. Oye webuza, how did she start? Twegateko tuberenga tukuwa echenjawulo. Well, topic yaffe nga wenji introducing nze twagala kumanya what are those things omuvubuka yenna byandi badde nga amanya at the back of their minds. Nti kino nina okubeera nga nkimanyi for the courses I'm going to do. Basically ekintu kye wanditegedde before choosing a course. Kati mubadde ku university ono akyaliyo, you're still there. Wakamala n'ebibuuzo. Well, I want to start with you. What are those few things omuvubuka yenna byandibadde nga amanya before choosing a course at a university?
Course ku university, I don't think it starts after Form 6. I think choosing a course to do at university should start with as early as P7.
P7?
It should start with how good you are at some subjects. It should start with what passion you have for education.
Yeah.
It should start with what capabilities you have for whatever thing you want to do.
And what you would wish to do in the years to come.
Yes. Naye olw'okuba nti osanga nga okusoma kwaffe mu Uganda curriculum eriwo ekulaga nti olina osoma all subjects until a certain point, osanga nga abaana bwe batuuka batandika okukola subject basobola ofuna marks ezibatwala mu class endala. Kati agenda otuuka nga ne combination gye yakola ent n'akola economics, naye ng'ate y'omu ku baagala okukola course etali ya business. Oba olumu nga ne business course gy'akola ayagala emuyisaawo.
Kati basically kyekyo abavubuka kye balina okumanya. Omu ava eri ng'alaba mulungi nnyo mu kaŋŋambe mulungi nnyo mu kino. Could be a con, ate nga kyayagala okubeera in the future kyawukanira ddala terina ebikwataganira na economics. Okola economics na history, by'osinga okola ate you want to be a doctor. Teki adding up, right?
Yes, yeah, right.
So that is your opinion. Njagala nfune opinion yo that those little things omuvubuka yenna ali ku campus right now bye yandibadde amanya mu bwongo bwe at the back of their minds bye yandibadde amanya ebiyinza okumuyamba okukizinga course eyo yennyini ebyakola byajjayo okukola. What are some of those things?
What are some of those things? Of course, first point is, at the back of your mind, you should choose what you're supposed to be. Either if I want to be a business lady, that means I have to do arts in Yukon, I have to do courses that are concerning or related to business. Thank you so much. But sometimes we go astray. For example, I personally, I did not do a course that led me to where I am. I did a different course. And why? I didn't get that guidance about what I was going to do in the years to come. I lacked that guidance. And at the end of the day, I wasted time, and maybe I wasted my fees, if I'm to say. Yeah, thank you so much, because I'm not in the field where I went to. You get my point? Another thing, it also depends on the schools we go to. At times we go to schools that are a bit lagging behind, whereby they do not bring us lecturers from campuses to guide us through what we are supposed to take at campuses.
So what you're trying to say is that some of these lecturers or the teachers tebatuwa information about what we are supposed to have at that particular moment.
Because at times we are still young, we do not know what we really need. It's all about going to school, study, and that's all. You get my point? But if we got that chance of meeting people and interact with them, or people,
each and every
thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, we would at least. Yeah, thank you so much. And another thing, what we also lack. No, sometimes we go by peer influence or peer pressure. Yes, I personally, I went to Masomero just because I felt like I should be at MOOC, not any other campus.
I understand.
Because
why did you go to MOOC? Is it because they strike?
Not that.
Some of those guys go there just because of that.
Not that. Way back in high school, it was always MOOC. You know, I have to go to MOOC. I have to go to MOOC. Oh, that is the peer influence and the peer pressure that I'm talking about. So if I had sat down, or if someone had told me, you know what, go to MOOCs, maybe it could be better than MOOC as far as business is concerned. I would take that route. But unfortunately, I did not get that chance. And all of a sudden, I just went by peer influence and peer pressure. And yeah, thank you so much.
So if I may interject, what she says is true. And I think the core of this whole story should be guidance and counseling.
Career guidance.
It should be career guidance. It should be guidance and counseling, because it all goes back to the peer pressure back in high school. It all goes back to what your friends do. I remember when I was joining a senior 5, Nakola math.
Where were you in your company?
I was at St. Henry's College, Togo. So one of my friends, young Amba, why don't you do math, entrepreneurship and TD? Ngayecha reason je yali ampereza mbu nsobola ofuna maximum entrepreneurship. But there's yes at that very moment. There's a bigger perspective of which course I'm going to do at campus. And with entrepreneurship, of course, I think students understand these dynamics of which combination and which course. So Osanga, one of the courses, one of the combination deprives you of some courses. If only we were guided properly, if only we had the system that can bring us up in a way that we wish. Osanga ngomwana to sene graduation nga course jakola tajaga.
How when njagala okusosonkereza like to be stubborn against those parents abalondera abana course.
Yes.
You want to do this olokuba alaba you do this better nagamba you know what my daughter I want you to be a doctor. Gwe toyagala nga kukubera doctor you want to be in some other businesses.
Yes.
Well, aba abazadde tebakola kituufu oba si kituufu. What is your opinion about that?
I don't support it because at times a parent will force you to do a course. Most times actually they love science courses. And maybe I'm not good in books. Maybe I'm good in some other field. And then I'll be forced to take science courses, whereby I'll end up failing or I'll meet some other challenges because either my capacity cannot afford taking a science course. You get my point?
Yes.
And along the way, I'll face challenges. I'll either not perform well in class what do they call it?
Elsewhere.
Yeah, I can as well perform well elsewhere because at the end of the day, it's all about being successful. It's all about looking for money. It's all about having a bright future. Whether I take a science course or I get into some other field, at the end of the day, we shall all have results. Yeah, exactly.
Well, still on that point relating to their kids, etc. When do you think parents should let their kids fall in love right after school or right
ignoring some of the things? And maybe you may not have the good,
and he doesn't give it to you, no nyega.
Thank you so much. And maybe your kids may not have what you would wish for them. You get my point.
Be inferior if they are providing for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So what is your point on that? Should the parents tell their students or their kids right after school, wait for a little bit longer or right away bump into marriage after school? What is your opinion?
Recently I read a piece about that when we are still young, the parents bar us from anything related to dating. When you reach a certain point, they do not tell us not to not to indulge in it in any way, but they tell us to go there but slowly. And then at some point they tell us now look for the right person. Now I do not think there is a right time that we can think of. This is the time for you to date. But is someone emotionally ready? Is someone not driven by peer pressure? Manyi enaku zina abawala afuna boyfriend olwokuba mukwano gwe naye na boyfriend.
Yeah, the boyfriend is providing
Yes.
everything.
You have an iPhone, I do not have an iPhone. Where did you get it from? You have such a nice dress, where did you get it from? At the end of the day, man, it's not that important. So the parents, I think the initiative of the parent is to keep on guiding, because right now in this current situation, omuzadde takyasobola kulwana ku mwana we mpaka asobola mugamba naye bw'atuuka eri akola kirala. The dating, I think dating, yes, it should, like my friend has said, it should come at a time where someone can sustain themselves a bit. Lwakuba n'olumu usually abawala olwa bino ebigenda maaso muwala ate bw'afuna nnyo ssente maybe n'abasajja bamutya by'osanga ng'owezezza emyaka 4 tolina musajja
oyina like ogenda kuba nga ali wansi nga yo high.
They perceive it that way ate n'olumu osanga nga it is true ng'era n'omuwala oba yes abeera muwala I think at that point aba naye nga omusajja alaba talina kyasobola kwogera.
Well, still on that point, the business issue. Your name once again? Tushabe, what are some of the problems or challenges that business ladies like you or the businessmen are facing, and how have you managed to go through? Because you're still working hard. I know you're still working, right? How have you managed to go through each and everything? No miracle. You're still striving hard. Uchikoze otya. Kubanga ba youth banji bali eyo naye tebalina mirimu. Alaba omulimu nti ne bamugamba jango jirengo yambako wano wa chapati n'agaana. Mami wakola mu town jango jirengo nyambako tutunde engoye n'agaana. Buli kimu kyalaba kizalawa. So very many of them have finished to study, but they're waiting for that particular job gwe yasomerera bw'abakola. What is your take on that?
I would wish to advise youth, especially girls. Outside is not really easy. You get my point? Yeah. It can only be easy once you just put the pride, the pride and the beauty and everything aside, and you start working for yourself or your hustle. Apparently, or I will start with the current situation where we are facing inflation in Uganda. So that is the first challenge.
Someone there might not want.
Inflation is all about I don't know how I can really explain it, but
try to create something so that they understand it.
It is now you can see by the prices of the things how they are really high, and maybe
what is happening right
now, and maybe the expenses of they're also high, be it business, be it also home, be it any other field. Yeah, things are really not going on well. So that is the first challenge I'm now facing apparently. And then I also faced a challenge where that was some time back, when it was still at an infant stage, things were not working out.
What do you do basically? What are you doing?
I have a restaurant, and I started it when I was in my third year at campus. And I first started it when I was in Chikoni, then after I shifted to Mengo. I'm now in Mengo, located near Emize University. And I have good services, by the way. But I'm here to encourage anyone that if you have passion for anything, be it a restaurant, be it maybe baking, be it any other business that you would wish to operate, just try it out. You never know. But of course, we always forget about God. I personally am a godly person, and I'm a believer. I will not tell you that I managed it on my own. No, it has been God, and of course my mindset. Because I never want to be a tail. I never want to be a loser. I want to always see myself prospering and progressing and being ahead.
Well, what is your advice to the business people who are still doing business? What is your advice to them?
Well, first of all, I'd like to tell everyone, I'm not yet into business, but what I've appreciated is never fear to start small. Never fear to start small, and as you start, you should keep in mind that there are risks that are to be incurred, and not that a fall means that you have totally failed to pursue what you want, but all those are supposed to be there in life. Even in other lifestyles, we have seen many challenges come our way, but we are able to persevere. Like in school, we were able to move from one stage to another because we persevered, because we had faith. So even as we start whichever business venture we are into, and I would like to tell everyone, do not start business. If you are able to succeed in school due to peer pressure with your combinations and courses, do not start business because of peer pressure. Start something you feel you can manage, and start small. Work with people. You should go outsourcing for people who can help give you advice. Everyone is reachable in this country.
Well, those have been the guests I've been having within the Tavern Woods area. Well, we are at Tavern Woods. Jangu bakweka best juice ever. The cocktails, they have each kind of stuffs. Baina mere, baina each and everything. Baina massage parlor, bategeke ebivulu, birthday parties, whatever you may mention. They have a sauna, they have a restaurant, a bar, very many things. Byojo kuberanga osanga waneno wano ku Tavern Woods wetukoledde olunaku olwaleero. This is the second show. Well, Nebaza Shafik Divorce akoze ku camera, Divorce Moses, Ivan Tevenkana, Wanjep Tommy as my producer. Thank you so very much. Mbebaliza ddala bebagattagatta ne tukutusaako kyonna kye tuba tukuwadde wano ku Sabula TV. My name is Eza. Don't touch your dial. We shall get to see each other the next week.